Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Legend Zone. Just in case you didn't know, we recently got a surprise announcement for a prequel to Breath of the Wild in the form of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. This game takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild and covers the conflict between Ganon and all of Hyrule leading up to the Calamity. Today, I want to talk about some potential scenarios we might see in this prequel, from events we already know about to potentially new content altogether. Just to be clear, none of these are 100% set in stone, but I'm only going over things that seem possible or likely. Let's get started! First in the list, we have the one I'm personally most excited for, Link drawing the Master Sword. It's clear that at some point Link wields the Master Sword in Age of Calamity since, well, we see him wielding it in the trailer. The thing is, we also see several scenes where he's not wielding the Master Sword and instead a soldier's sword, which suggests that Link has not yet drawn the Master Sword from its pedestal. This could potentially be a pretty big moment in-game, and it's a moment that's never hinted at much in Breath of the Wild. Hopefully we'll get to see this in the prequel. Next up is the one I'm probably least excited for, and that is, spoiler alert, the champions' deaths. If you've played Breath of the Wild, you know that the champions died after the eruption of Calamity Ganon, which is probably going to be a pretty big event in this game as well. We even see some shots in the trailer that appear to be when the champions are facing off against the Blight Ganons infesting the Divine Beasts. While this is bound to be one of the less enjoyable moments, it seems quite likely that the champions' deaths will be in Age of Calamity in some way. Who knows though? Maybe the entire thing will get totally flipped on us, and this is the alternate timeline where nobody dies. I'm not really expecting that either. Now, this one isn't necessarily that exciting, but I imagine it'll be at least brought up in Age of Calamity. Link is known to be an old friend of King Dorephan, the king of the Zora. Hopefully we'll get to see why they're such good friends in this prequel. In fact, it would be not only possible, but also awesome to see King Dorephan absolutely smashing some Lizalfos out on the battlefield. If nothing else, this would just be another cool bit of world building for Breath of the Wild's Hyrule. We'll also probably get lots of other conversations involving the champions, the King of Hyrule, and the Sheikah researchers. Fort Haytino and the Akkala Citadel were two locations in Breath of the Wild where Hylian soldiers made their last stand. In these situations, there would have been dozens of guardians swarming the soldiers who would be hardly able to fight back. These battles are basically made for a Hyrule Warriors style game, and as much is said in the trailer. So with the time period that Age of Calamity is set in, these conflicts could be very easily shown in game. In fact, we might even see some other battles that ravaged Hyrule, such as the fights at Castletown and maybe even the Temple of Time. While it might be a little much to expect, these battles are too good opportunities to pass up. And now we come to the fifth item for today. This one is basically as follows. We might see the leader of the Eaga Clan from 100 years ago. In the trailer, we see a mass-scale invasion of Gerudo Town by the Eaga Clan, so obviously they're alive and well, but for this kind of coordinated attack, the Eaga Clan must have had a capable leader. Perhaps this Yiga Master will surpass the late Master Koga's skill in combat, making a cool fight while also showing us more of this mysterious Sheikah offshoot. This is another opportunity that I hope won't be passed up. Now, since this game takes place before all of Hyrule got, well, destroyed, there should be plenty of towns and settlements that we'll get to see in this game. This includes Castletown, Lon Lon Ranch, Gopanga Village, the Hyrule Garrison ruins, before they were ruins, obviously, and of course, Hyrule Castle itself. Whether or not we'll be able to explore any of these locations remains to be seen, but it's almost certain that some, if not all of these ruins, will be good as new. Until hordes of Bokoblins, Moblins, and Lizalfos attack, that is. Okay, this one borders more on my personal hope than actual speculation, but it's another possibility all the same. We see a couple of scenes in the trailer showing the Divine Beasts, particularly this shot of Vah Rudania, and it seems that Daruk's ride has been taken away from Death Mountain. This might mean we'll have to escort the Divine Beasts, clear the path for them, or maybe even, stay with me here, directly control them. Considering we'll already be able to play the 4 champions, controlling the divine beasts might just be possible, but as with everything else, we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm sure if you've watched any of the dozens of analysis or discussion videos out there, you're probably aware of this little guy. This small, silver, egg-shaped guardian seems to be filling a role in Age of Calamity, whether it be as a partner character, a playable character, or something else entirely. Personally, I think he might be like Proxy from the previous Hyrule Warriors games, serving basically as Link's voice, but if this little guardian is playable, I'll certainly be interested to see more about that. In any case, he's probably going to be important since he's in the very forefront of the first promotional art. Wait, we're doing 10 possible scenarios today? Okay, I guess I'll make up 2 more right now then. Here goes. This one borders a bit more on speculation, but it's an interesting idea I just had, so I'll share it here. In a memory in Breath of the Wild, Daruk notes an increase in volcanic activity around Death Mountain, while in-game all he says is,
"That was a little strange. As far as I know, Death Mountain has been quiet for decades."
This could be a good way to bring in a combat scenario of Death Mountain erupting. This might be simply a sort of evacuation where the hostile monsters outside of Goron City try to take advantage of the exposed Gorons. This could be a cool way to tie the sequel to the original game, as well as give us a reason to see more of our favorite gravelly giants. So I've already seen a lot of people mentioning the idea of time travel or canon-breaking DLC to involve the new champions, Sidon, Riju, Teba, and Yunobo. But one of these heroes was actually alive in the time of the prequel. Yes, baby Sidon might just be in Age of Calamity. Now, I doubt he'd be a playable character since he's, tiny, but people were pretty excited about his appearance in the DLC for Breath of the Wild. If he shows up in Age of Calamity, I called it, okay? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video about the new Hyrule Warriors game. What did you think of the reveal? Do you expect any of these scenarios to be in the final game? Let me know in the comments. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time you're in the Legend Zone.